Welcome to Meaty-B's recipes. Today we will be doing Santa Maria style tri-tip. This will be a hard and fast cooking method instead of the low and slow smoke method that I typically prefer. I do it this way when I'm going to be using my meat for something like sandwiches or tacos, because I want to get a really good char on them. I want that strong barbecue flavor. This is a California tradition. The tri-tip comes from the bottom of the sirloin, and it was considered a tough piece of meat. Excuse me. So the bosses would give it to the ranch hands, and they found a way to cook it up, and it's very, very delicious. My butcher did me a little dirty. This looks like a beautiful piece of meat, but when you flip it over, the way they cut it, it was very sloppily cut. So I'm going to just stitch this together with a few toothpicks, and hopefully that'll solve the problem. It won't interfere any, shouldn't interfere any with the cook, and I'm going to leave them sticking out, that way there's no chance of forgetting that they're there. And this is going to be all sliced up anyway. So I trimmed off the excess fat, and I'm going to be making my own rub. It's pretty simple. It's just salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder, rosemary, paprika, and I like to use smoked paprika. I use smoked salt, and I'm also, instead of red pepper, I'm going to be using chipotle pepper. This, like I said, it's not going to be smoked, and I do like a smoked flavor, so that's my way of getting it in. Smoked salt, smoked paprika, and chipotle peppers. I'm going to be using my blender a lot today, so I'm just going to mix my rub up in the blender, and then I like to save one or two empty containers, and that way when I make a rub I have something to put it in. I got my rub made. This rub will do one tri-tip. If you're doing tri-tip steaks, you're going to want 2 to 2.5 pounds of tri-tip steaks. I'm also going to be making a basting liquid, so I have some red wine, 5 cloves of garlic, some Dijon mustard, and I'm using smoked beef tallow. You could use just regular vegetable oil, plain oil, any oil, just not a flavored oil. And I'm doing the smoked beef tallow though to give a little bit more smoky flavor. Plus, tallow, it tends to make beef extra crispy, and that just goes into the blender as well. So no need to clean, because they're all going on the same meat. Okay, I got my basting liquid made up. I'm putting that into a jar, and we're just gonna season up this tri-tip on all sides. And just load it up, and you're gonna want to use all of this rub. The ingredients quantities, they'll be in the description. I also added some beef powder. If you're not adding beef powder to your rub, you should give it a try. It really adds something to them, especially beef dishes. Try And then this is going to go into the fridge uncovered for 4 to 8 hours. And you're going to want to bring it out at least a half hour before you plan on cooking it. Bring the basting liquid out too. Put both of them into the fridge.
Got the cut, no one was wanting. Give that scrap to the rose, they've said. Black little strip of muscle thrown aside at the end of day. But the hands that knew the hunger learn to turn it their own way. Tri-tip,
Make sure to get everything nice and seasoned.
flame, smoke on my shirt, calling my name. Black on the outside, pink through the heart. Once was the last piece, now it's the start. Tri-tip, pass me that plate. Juice on my
Okay.
fingers.
And if you have a cooling rack, it's kind of a good idea to pop it onto one of them, let the air get underneath. And this will go into the fridge for the, like I said, for 4 to 8 hours. And then I'm going to take it out a half hour before I'm ready to cook. So I got my grill heating up. 2 burners on high. It's just about 500 degrees. So it's time to cook my meat. So we're flipping and basting every 4 minutes. We'll do that 5 times and we'll start to check for doneness. I did lightly oil my grill, but as you can see the rub is still sticking a little bit, and it won't matter. It's going to get all sliced up anyway. So be careful when you're basting because it does get pretty hot, and try to be quick about it. You may notice I'm not closing the lid. That's because the traditional Santa Maria type grills do not have a lid. So even though we're doing that on a gas barbecue, we're trying to replicate Santa Maria style tri-tip.
Smoke from the pit in the air. It and the rub cuts to the pickle. Take what's left. If you don't care. Dark on the outside, almost clear. Slice it open, sends a glowing rose. Used to be scraps for tired hands.
We might be getting close to done, so I'm not going to baste after this flip. This was the 6th flip now, and as you can see we're getting a nice dark crust, and judging by the bounce, we're right on rare, getting close to medium rare. That feels like a nice medium. Looking great. We're going to take this off the heat, cover it, and let it rest for about 15 minutes. Properly cutting a tri-tip requires a bit different technique than cutting most other meats. Pardon my first grade drawing skills, but this is basically your tri-tip. The muscle fibers run two different directions from each other. The pointier end, they run parallel, and the more bulky end, they run perpendicular. And what most people will do is they'll start chopping and work their way up, and that's fine until about here, and then you're actually cutting with the grain, and this part ends up being really tender, this part ends up being really tough. So what you want to do is find where they meet and make that initial cut here. Cut this section as you normally would, and then this section you're going to want to start from the top and work your way down. So our tri-tip here, it couldn't really be much clearer. It actually formed the line where the first cut goes as it cooks. So this has been resting about 20 minutes. It was a little too hot to the touch at 15. And I'm going to start slicing. I'll do my best with the camera here. So my first cut goes right there. And then yeah, that's a real nice medium. I did cook it a little extra because my mom likes it well done. If you have family members that prefer their meat well done, this is the side you give them. And you just start cutting it on a bias. Obviously I forgot to remove my toothpicks, so I'll do that right now. I was wondering what was poking me. Yeah, this is a really sharp knife. So I got all four out. And as you can see, we're cutting against the grain. You can see the little individual muscle fibers. This would be a really tough piece of meat, but no, it's just about perfect. Tastes good too. Oh. Not too many things beat a tri-tip. So I'll get this cut up, and I'm gonna pour this meat juice right over the top. Don't throw that stuff away. It's liquid flavor.
From the fields to the Sunday market, from the back lot to the main street fair. What was tough, unwanted, lonely, now the pride that the whole town shares. Raise your cup to the ones forgotten, making go from a humble start, taking what the
I did cut that first section up pretty haphazardly. I wanted it pretty thin, nice bite size for tacos.
into beating heart. Tri-tip out by the fields in Santa Maria. Smoke from the pit in the evening air. They'd hand the rough cuts to the pickers. Take what's left, if you even care. Dark on the outside, almost midnight.
My tri-tip tacos are ready. I got some oil fried tortillas, some cojita cheese, some sliced red onion, of course my delicious tri-tip, and I slathered it with some ají verde. If you haven't seen that video, check out last week's. It's pretty good. And let's just give one a try here. Oh no. Three's not gonna be enough. We're gonna make one more. As always, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe.
spice in a paper bag. Feel songs floating through the dust. Laughter rise